take it, you can make it. You can do this, Lou. You just gotta believe you can. Pop does. Ma does. I do.
The Angelina Jolie-directed World War II drama Unbroken slips to third place, taking in just over $18 million in its second week.
You wish to have the curse reversed and bring me back a cow as white as milk.
These beans carry magic.
The cape as red as blood.
Oh dear.
Fans once again go into the woods with the multi-fairy tale fantasy musical sings and dances its way to second place, taking in another $19 million this weekend.
This was the last move in a master plan. A plan long in the making.
Will forgive me.
The Hobbit Battle of the Five Armies three-peats as the #1 movie for the first weekend of the new year. The additional $22 million brings its total worldwide to $720 million. All right, as we ring in 2015, it's time to reflect, weigh in on some of the top movies of last year. Joining us to talk about his favorite films of 2014, film critic Jason Gorber. He's a critic with twitchfilm.com. Thanks for being with us, Jason.
Hi there.
What were your favorites? There were so many.
Yeah, I probably saw more movies in the last 12 months than I have in my life. It's kind of been a crazy year for me. A lot of them festival films. I mean, I had the privilege of going to Sundance, Cannes, and Toronto, and at those festivals, you just see dozens and dozens of movies, plus all the regular theatrical ones. And above them all, the one that I sort of choose to showcase as my best feature film is Nightcrawler. I've gone on about it here on this network, but Nightcrawler for me is a truly remarkable film that does something that I absolutely adore, which is the collision between high and low. On the one hand, it's sort of almost an action movie. It's a thriller. It's a genre film, but it's also incredibly sophisticated and has some really amazing ideas behind it. So it's that mix between the sort of art film and the sort of more consumer-friendly film, as it were. When those two things come together, I am so happy. You have an incredible performance by Jake Gyllenhaal, and you have some really strong direction from a first-time director, Dan Gilroy. His family are in charge of the Bourne movies, so there's so much going on here. If you haven't had a chance to see it, it's definitely a film. It's still playing in a few selected theaters, and it's coming out in home video soon. It is absolutely, for me, the top film of the year.
That's great. American documentary Overnighters. Tell us about that.
So if I had a favorite doc, it's The Overnighters. I saw this way back at Sundance. I've been going on about it since. It is a film ostensibly about America and charity and giving. And you really don't want to give too much away other than the fact that you learn about this remarkable person, this Jay Reinke, and his conflicts and his challenges while he seeks to help other people and sort of neglects to help himself. It is a truly moving, incredible documentary that, like the best nonfiction of films, leaves you asking more questions afterwards than simply being sort of force-fed a series of answers. It is an amazing film, and one absolutely, if you're a fan of documentary or if you just want to give it a shot, this is one to definitely check out.
And a Canadian film that really touched you was Mommy?
Yeah, if I had a best Canadian film, this would be it, Xavier Dolan's Mommy. It's playing as part of the Canada's Top 10. It's playing at Bell Canada Lightbox and across the country as it rolls out on one of our top 10 films of the year. And this is, again, a sublime film that is the equal of any international cinema. You have an incredible talent in Xavier Dolan, a 25-year-old Xavier Dolan, who tells this astonishing story in a really remarkable and beautiful way. I saw it at Cannes, and it moved me since. I've seen it several times since, and it's just absolutely an astonishing work, an incredibly accomplished work for such a young filmmaker, and truly one that Canadians are meant to be proud of.
Okay, film critic Jason Gorber, thanks so much for joining us. You can follow Jason on Twitter at twitchfilm_ca.